I've been chosen. You people! You people! You people!
Fucking what?
You people!
The fucking
You people!
Who the fuck? Fuck this fucking! How did you do fucking fucks? Fuck!
Good morning,
You people!
Hurry, Bullwinkle! The show's about to start!
Welcome to the Edge of the Falls. You people have been chosen to reveal our existence to the world. I'm Brett Byro, a.k.a. the Madman, and we are at the old Edge of the Falls. Or no, the new Edge of the Falls, Chihuahua Media Studio.
Peter?
Yeah.
And where am I all of a sudden? I went and fixed something on the internet. There you go. Hang on, let me show everybody who I am, ladies and gentlemen. I am the Mystic here with the Madman, and together we are
The Edge of the Falls.
Hey, I better put my picture in there so people know I'm alive. Hey, I'm alive.
Yes, hey.
Hey, Nick, you little sex monkey. Fuck you. Anyway, so back to you.
Oh,
I know.
you guys-
I'm going to swear, man. I'm going to swear.
All right. So I'm corrupting Peter.
Times are changing, you know?
No, you're too much in focus right now, Brett. We can see you. You might want to move to your left so
yeah,
we can only
shit.
see half of you. All right. Well, we've got a special guest. I'll let you introduce everybody who's in studio. Go ahead.
Well, we would let them introduce themselves. If we'll start right here.
My name's Damon Hewitt, or Damon Grant on Facebook.
Yep, Damon.
I've been here. It's my second time here, and, you know.
Good.
All right.
Thanks for joining. You guys will see
Damon
more.
Grant,
Damon,
yeah.
Damon is kind of like shy and timid. He didn't want to, really get into that. So he'll be swearing and
Give him 5 minutes.
I struggle
Hey,
with-
by the way, someone's got their phone or the sound on their device. Oh, now it's gone. Hang on. Oh, you can still hear it. Can you hear it?
It's coming out of the TV.
What?
Is it me? Might have been my phone. maybe.
No, okay, we're good.
All right, we're good. We got it fixed. We're ready.
I think
Okay,
it was
so
me. But I was saying, I struggle between the lamb and the lion. You know, you never
That
know
might
what's
have been
coming.
me.
I always
Movie
order the
here, so-
lamb.
All right, so you guys here, over here, joining us in the studio is
Republican?
another strong woman, that's boisterous and tells it like it is. And
Just like you, Brett.
well, she's better looking than I am.
True.
All right, so go ahead.
Say that about our sheep too.
I'm Renee Zeno. Nice to see you here. I'm a former congressional candidate for New York 26, and this is my first time on a live broadcast. So
Awesome.
bear with me.
We're honored. No, we don't have to bear with you. I'm sure once you get into the swing of things, you're going to fit right in.
I'm feeling it already.
It's almost a scary thought, you know that.
All right, so tonight, I think what we're going to do, is kind of, again, shoot straight from the hip and talk about, obviously we've been in the studio and talking a little bit before we started, picking Renee's brain and seeing where, she was coming from,
scary
and talking
process.
about, talking to Damon, and the ideas that come forth and that we talk about just sitting around a table and shooting the shit. And sometimes, we have to, I guess, realize that there's people paid big, huge bucks to do exactly what we do and couldn't come up with the ideas that we come up with.
Well, someone came up with a great idea there, Brett. It's Kim Guthrie says, Brett, you need to be more in the center.
Yes, I know, Kim. I know. Oh, get off me, David.
Pull him over, brother.
All right, Peter, go ahead. Start us off.
All right, so what's new in the city? There will be a march this coming Sunday. I thought I should mention this. Justice for Mariah, a young lady who was murdered in front of her children here in Niagara Falls. It'll be at 17th and LaSalle, an area you know pretty well.
Yeah, I live down there.
Yeah, I was telling them that. So we're going to be part of that. We're going to help provide technology so they can reach everybody at the starting point. It's literally at the corner of 17th and LaSalle. I believe it's about 11 o'clock on Wednesday morning, but we'll post lots of information about it. And you hear it on other shows this week. But the idea is our community is coming together now, and we're not divided by color lines. We will never do that again. We're coming together because we want justice for those who are being cut down in all this. So hope you'll join us on Sunday. Kathy Lapp says, get in the middle, Brett.
Kathy Lapp, she's got be one of my favorite girls out here.
Oh, there's just good people everywhere on our.
Hi, Kathy.
That's right.
Yes. You'll like Kathy. Do you know her?
I don't know her
No.
from the
Do
show.
you know her,
but I
Renee?
don't know her
Facebook.
Yeah, Facebook. Cool. Awesome. I told you we
All
had a
in
ton
good
of
time.
Facebook friends in common. Go figure.
You're on Facebook, Renee?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, you live on it, do you?
Pretty much.
All right. So, well, that's good. Now that we've oriented Brett to get more in the middle, he's actually doing okay tonight. The other thing I wanted to mention is that City Council here in Niagara Falls is still 5 white males. That's news. And what else is new? Oh, you know what? We found a new children's show today from Reporterland, that new kids TV network. We're going to show a commercial of that a little later. So I hope you stick around for that. Don't forget the call-in number is 716-207-4376. And share now. Would you please share with a friend, family?
Yes, everybody. Just
Someone
hit it
you
up.
love
hit
or
that
your
share
wife,
button. It only
something
takes a
like
minute.
that.
We can get some people. We're going to talk about some great things. Renee Zeno is full of great ideas. And you know what? I think that what our area needs is somebody that is more for the people. And you guys will see, as we get along into this, where she's coming from.
But not you people.
Yeah. The you people is something. Maybe you'll hear us refer
Tim
to.
Heater, he's already piping in. Renee is a hottie. That's what he's saying, and he says a smart hottie. And
Oh, wow. I have fans.
wow.
That's awesome.
fans.
Thank you.
Yeah, you look good on camera. Hey, this is great.
49 and still hot.
Are you single?
It's debatable.
Well, I don't want to hear that debate, but 49, that's cool, though, because that's Brett's IQ. So there you go. All right, take it away, Brett.
All right. So, we'll cut back and forth from me and Renee a little bit. And Renee, give us a little history on you. Not that it really matters, but some of the people out here are smart enough to realize that there are some people that are running for a political position that do care about the people first. So you want to tell everybody a little bit about you.
Sure. And as we talked about this earlier at the table, first off, I ran for Congress, New York 26, which includes Niagara Falls. I ran in 2018. I didn't win. But I am still out there, trying to be a voice for the community. I'm still supporting, candidates like me.
Oh, by the way, not to interrupt, but we have a little camera freeze here. That's why you're looking at Damon and Brett. They're not ventriloquists. Sorry about that, Renee. Keep going.
Well, see, I'm not as hot as people think I am. So it's actually,
You melted the camera, lady.
The camera went over there on purpose.
Don't trust me. We're not as hot as that either. So.
Okay, well, let's see. Back to where I was. A little bit about me. For starters, just went over the congressional candidate thing. I was born in North Tonawanda, raised in West Seneca. I've lived most of my adult life in North Buffalo and in North Tonawanda. I've been here my whole life, essentially. I started getting into politics probably when I started listening to Tom Bowerly on the radio, which is back in the 90s, late 90s.
We're old.
He
You're
before
old.
Before he was my friend, he was somebody I admired very much, and he was basically who inspired me to get into politics, and subsequently I went to college in various politically related fields. I got active in my party and joined the Republican Women's Federation. Until one day I just said, there's just our government's too lopsided, okay? And I asked our chairman, who was then Nick Langworthy, Erie County Republican chair, hey Nick, would you ever want to, have somebody seated like me, running for a position? And he was into it, and of course, it would be a placeholder position. I didn't have, the millions of dollars to run a campaign. I'm, an average Joe. But he let me run with it, and I thought to myself, well, I could just, sit here and be a placeholder. I could, really try to put in, an extra effort and to say to the people, oh, look, you don't have to choose that guy. You have another option. I'm your option. If you want somebody that, works every day, like you do, blue collar, came from a blue collar family, someone that knows, knows the hardships that you're going through every day. Well, there's me. And that's what I did. And I basically had a shoestring budget. And my closest friends and people that believed in me, got involved at the end of the campaign, toward as we got closer to the election. And I did okay. For my first time running, usually you don't, come out of the gate, I'm going to run for Congress. Usually go for, councilman's position or mayor. Something lower than congressman. So
mayors are lower than most things around here.
So I did fairly well. If you look on any social media outlet or Ballotpedia, what have you, you're going to find out I came in at 26% fair. But that's only a 70% counting. After the absentee ballots were counted, the mail-ins and what have you, and the rest of the ballots that came in, it was more like 34 to 35%. And I was just stunned, that so many people voted for a nobody like me. And that said to me, well, people do want change. There's enough people out there that at least want a choice.
I think that's what really attracted me to you, is that you are out there. You're not kissing ass. You're not one that is going to put big business or other higher people in politics ahead of what your platform is or your thinking or your agenda. I truly believe you are, and this is just from me seeing. How often have you heard me talk to everybody about social media really works? Social media works, and if you're honest, I guess you don't have to be honest. It gives you a platform where you could be anybody you want. But the people that are truly honest and putting out their good vibes and good thinking and trying to change just a little bit, they kind of rise to the top. No matter how anybody says this, or anything like that. Maybe a lot of people don't know out there, but I had a little stint where I ran also, just for.
No, you kind of walked.
Yeah, I kind of walked for city councilman here. And to make a long story short, I've been a community activist for a long time, and I've been on social media. I call myself the broke Donald Trump because you guys can already tell that I'm loud, cocky, confident, and kind of doing the same things.
And constipated.
And constipated.
Is that what that noise was?
Hey, I just wanted to mention to Renee that along the lines of what the madman's saying is that, tonight was the first time I've ever met you, and I did my homework, didn't I?
Yes, you did. I was very impressed.
Wow. I know. I had the right flowers. But what I was saying was that when I looked over all the press I read and about your campaign, you got that many votes because people saw you were sincere. They saw you weren't here to take from them, that you were, you didn't give up right away. I find a lot of candidates, they know they're not going to win, so they just kind of spout whatever rhetoric will help them. But you came across as extremely sincere and very smart with a small business background and your education. So I hope you run again.
Yeah, me too. And listen, it's not some of the political hopefuls that spout the rhetoric like pizza was pizza.
Pizza.
Like Peter,
You hungry?
Pizza. Like Peter
Pizza.
Peter was talking about. I think we all
my
know
attention.
in here that 99% of the people, the political hopefuls, tell you what you want to hear, and then get in and unfortunately
Flip the script.
Turn the other way.
exactly
Yeah.
flip the script. You know it.
Yeah, and I don't think you should give up either. I mean, if you had that success on one try, think of what you can do the second time.
You can build.
third, fourth.
Yep.
I would
And
keep
now,
at it, keep at it.
if you come
Thank
on
you.
our show a few times, maybe we're buddies.
Yes. Well, I would be honored to come back on. I'm honored to be here right now.
That's awesome.
Thank you.
But I plan on running again. I'm hoping that the party would endorse me again. And
Did the
have
party
me on.
endorse you last time?
Yes. I figured it.
I guess you can't
was
back any-
letting me
or
on
let
the
it-
ballot in the first place.
I'm not trying to piss anybody off, but there's always favorites. When you're running in in the political scene,
She's
that.
my
So,
favorite.
Yeah,
Right.
listen, I think that anybody that meets you I'm a firm believer in the first 10 minutes that you meet someone that you can tell the type of person that they are. Otherwise you shouldn't be in any type of a circle with anybody because you're one of those you people that I talk of.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, anyways,
Or you might maybe
go
even
ahead.
a third party run like that's going to be like probably the future of politics. John talks about it a lot, and third party might be the answer. Maybe.
I don't see a lot of strong third party candidates. Unfortunately, the third parties. Anything beyond Republican, Democrat, they usually don't get much support, and their parties aren't great enough in numbers.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
listen, no matter
but maybe in the future, who knows?
Oh, so, yeah, because I'm curious,
Yeah.
like what when you get to those upper levels of getting involved with politics, like what changes from normal everyday life to getting into that more in the public spotlight or more of a commitment, obviously, but like what's the
like what
difference?
changes people?
Yeah, like what's the difference between like a
Usually money. That's
Money.
usually what changes people, unfortunately. So I think it would be beneficial. I'm not saying, hey, look at me, but, to vote for somebody like me that was, maybe a small business owner, somebody that wasn't, somebody that maybe had experience climbing their way up, not just handed everything.
You work
Right.
for everything.
right?
Yes,
Awesome,
exactly.
Awesome. That's exactly what I like to
Yeah.
hear.
You know, that's actually really true. I'm just going to pipe in here with when I looked at your credentials, I looked at your background, et cetera, saw where you worked. I knew you worked at FedEx and you saw the corporate side of it. You run your own business. That's one thing that I notice a lot of candidates here, any country I've been in, they don't have reality in the way they look at finances. You have to make payroll every week. You have to achieve certain goals to stay alive. Yes. Not just, you don't have the padding of a great salary and a staff and everything else. If it doesn't work, So that's a lot. You've come from that. And if you can employ some of that in what you do as a congresswoman.
Tim Huther said he had your sign in his yard. He voted for you. You have great ideas, and you're not a career politician. And I think a lot of people,
Thank you, Tim.
that would get a chance to shoot the shit with you, or are on your Facebook page or anything like that, could kind of see a little bit of your thinking.
Well, I just want to tell the people that are on my Facebook page, I just love each and every one of you. You're awesome. I mean, I love it, when they throw their ideas up there, and I try to like everything. But I tell you, I get busy, with oh my gosh, this property's in foreclosure. I got to go take care of it now, and I don't get a chance to really, speak with a lot of them.
Sorry, that's my phone going off. So
I know. I'm like, is this the cue that the show's ending?
No, you're being gonged.
Where's the anchor? To
Hey,
come
there,
and keep you-
Tim Heater, who offers a lot to this show and many of our other shows. He's in a cage match next week with John Spanbauer, the councilman, the rookie on council. And I just had a thought, Madman, it'd be great to have Renee with us next week for that cage match.
listen, I wasn't joking when she would be a great addition to the show. There's no doubt about it. This is her
Excuse
first
me.
time, so sooner or later she'll be saying the F word and telling you to shut up.
Well,
like
she
I
knows
said,
how
you
to
don't
say
drive
that.
with me, through traffic. So.
Yeah. You know what's great, though? We're going to start calling you bruh because we can only see half of you.
Bruh.
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 Madman. Bruh.
Yeah.
He's going breless.
All right, someone call in. The phone number 716-207-4376. Here's a chance to talk to somebody that ran for not and I hate to say any position is lower than the other, but unfortunately we all know there's lower positions and to
Missionary.
to be a congresswoman.
We're all doggy
is
style.
something
Hey,
that's-
while we're
Politics.
waiting for a call, how about we run our video?
Sure, let's do it.
All right, so just to set this up, because, hey, I've got to bring it up. There we go. We have been looking around at the children's programming here and found a show done by the reporter. You'll see it. It's, what is it, reporter something? Let's see.
Who is inside? Can you
This looks like a
guess?
good show. Frankie!
Hello.
Tony!
Hello.
And
Horny Nick!
It's me.
Welcome to Reporter Land, where we make up all our lies. We dance around and laugh and sing and share some creamy pies. Oh, this is fun.
Ooh, let's play. Let's play measuring.
This week, Frankie, Tony, and Horny Nick measure their manhood. Join us for Reporterland, where the weenies are really teeny. See you this week.
So anyway, so anybody that is new or doesn't know, we're obviously talking about the reporter and Nick D'Angelo, who I don't know. I thought maybe we'd get some papers by now or something, but
yeah, there was a rumor like we were gonna but I don't think he could afford a process server. I think that's what it is.
I think
Everything else went on credit cards.
He should just concentrate on trying to be
Go
quiet.
away.
Yeah, be quiet. Go away. Exactly.
Damon,
exactly.
yes.
Should
Best
just
way to
go
put
away,
it. Go
honestly.
away. Right. I agree.
Go on, get.
So I see a comment on here from Anna Treat, and you say not a fan.
Not
elaborate.
a fan of what?
Yeah, elaborate. Tell us what you're not a fan about. As a matter of fact, call in. Let's see, what's going on.
716-207-4376 plus tax.
Tim Huther, give us a call. Let's talk about next week. Let's talk about Renee. And so
Let's
Renee,
talk about Renee.
let me ask you another
Many
question.
people have.
What made you
Doing
to
something,
decide?
right?
What was the gumption in you that made you decide, hey, I should run for Congress? That's a big step. That's something huge.
Basically, I was asking the chairman, what do you have available? And, and they suggested it because, who wants to run against somebody so entrenched as Brian Higgins? I mean, let's face it, he's not a jerk.
Right.
As a matter of fact, when I was on Tom Bowerly's show, we made a point to tell people, look, he's not a bad guy. He's not a bad person. He's been in office for so long, and I was happy to run against someone like Higgins because, like I said, I felt like people needed a choice. I mean, I don't know what else to say. I mean,
no, I get it. What more reason? What more reason do you need to run for a position just because you felt like it?
Right. Like once you get comfortable in a position, you've been in a position for that long. Somebody in the political field, you kind of get what. Lackadaisical.
Burnt out, maybe.
Comfortable.
Comfortable,
is a good
exactly.
word.
Complacent.
Complacent, yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay, so let me ask you this also. If you, how can I say that? If you were to become, a congresswoman, would you keep your same values? Would you succumb to the, I guess it's easy to ask this question. Of course, you're going to say, no, I wouldn't do it. But I don't know. If you do decide to run again, make some people here, believe.
Here's why I wouldn't do it. First of all, I've seen what it's done to many people once they've gotten into office and what they've become. Secondly, I should say this. Firstly, this is probably most importantly. God rest his soul. I think that if I were to do anything else other than keep true to my word, I would be dishonoring my Father in heaven.
Hang on, brother.
Amen.
You're on the edge of the falls. Hang on 1 minute.
And turn down your radio there.
All right, who's on the phone?
You're not on the radio. You're on the podcast, brother. Come on, you know better than that.
Radio Tim Heater.
What's
all
happening?
heater
What's
all the
happening,
time.
brother? How are you?
All heat.
I'm good, buddy. How are you?
Good. I'm glad you called. I look for, not only are you listening to our show, but you're my friend, so I look forward to that shit.
Don't say that too loud, man.
Yeah,
People are really going to hate me now.
I know. Someone else is calling in saying them damn racists.
Fucking rednecks.
Listen, whoever's calling in, we're on a call, so I'm sure that you're going to hear that call back again as soon as we get done with Tim. Tim, go ahead, take over.
Well, I can just tell you that I sit on the Republican committee. We've talked about that before.
Yes.
And I met Renee at the one Republican committee meeting she showed up to. When I first met her, she looks you in the eye. She's straightforward. You can tell she's not a career politician. She actually had great ideas. I mean, the corruption bullshit. I like that she's somebody that comes from a normal working background, not somebody that's been handed everything, like some of the other politicians. You got the Chris Jacobs, and then, you got Nate McMurray spout mouth. She doesn't have the nasty mouth like Nate McMurray, which I appreciate the shit out of.
Thank you.
But she's just I was very impressed when I first met her. And like you said, Brett, you can get a pretty good idea the first 10 minutes when you talk to somebody. And when she made eye contact, and I mean, you can't deny the fact that she's easy on the eyes. I mean, she's a very attractive woman,
I
but
appreciate
her
that.
words were actually louder than her outer beauty, I thought. And she was sincere about things. You could talk to her. She didn't just try to talk over you and push her ideas onto you. She was actually would say, well, I think this, and then she would ask for input, which you don't get that from politicians.
Yeah, hardly
That's
ever.
what sets her ahead of everybody else. And like I said, I grabbed her sign. Absolutely, I grabbed her sign, and I did vote for her. I follow her on Facebook. I watch. I love the pictures when she goes out on the boats, and she's friends with Tom Bowerly, which Tom Bowerly is a very respected, very intelligent man as well.
I concur.
So, I mean, she comes from good roots. You know what I mean? She's got a good foundation, and I don't think she's one that will just go with the flow and do the normal political shit where, say what you want to hear so you'll vote for me, and then after that, fuck you. I don't see that out of her at all. And, as like I said, somebody that still sits on the Republican committee, I look forward to seeing her name coming up to that she's going to run for another office. And Carly said I should be her manager. I'm not a manager material, but I will absolutely get out and help. I mean,
Carly also said Timmy is far from normal.
Well, we all know that. I've never claimed to be normal.
Listen, we're getting lots of calls coming.
I mean, you guys know me. I support good people. I support good causes. And I'm 100% supporting of Renee. I mean, I think she would do very good there. I think she would be a good voice for the people that she represents, not telling them what she's going to do or what they should do, but she'll actually listen to the input, and she'll actually do what the people want her to do, not what necessarily other politicians are doing.
Thank you. That's exactly.
There you go.
Listen, I guess that's what we need.
We do.
It absolutely is. I'd love to see her move to Niagara Falls and run for mayor. Shit, yeah.
I was thinking
That's a
about it.
campaign I'd get behind.
I was thinking.
Listen,
I'd like to see her run to Niagara Falls and move the mayor.
Yeah.
Well, I have an extra bedroom in the house I'd be willing to let you.
All right.
Go ahead,
There.
respond, Renee. Tell us, what do you, I don't know what you can say. Just thank you, I guess, really.
Well, no, thank you from the bottom of my heart. That really means a lot to me, and seriously, it does. Because that's exactly how I wanted to come off to people, because I thought to myself, well, how would I want this person to, I mean, if I was listening to somebody that was running for an office, what would I want them to sound like? And I thought to myself, well, I'd want them to be interested in what I had to say. And then, so that's what I tried to do when I did meet people was listen, pause. What do you want? I mean, that's what I'm going to try to do. I'm not going to tell you about what my plans are for my, my big shining career to make millions in a seat, that I was never meant to make. You're supposed to be there for the people, not for your own personal gain.
How do you think they're making millions?
Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
Don't even get me started.
Yeah, it's a public.
I know, right?
Yeah.
Public
I'm
service.
not
right?
supposed to be swearing, okay?
And she's very humble, and she understands that she has two ears and one mouth for a reason. She knows she needs to listen twice as much as she speaks, and I respect the hell out of that. I mean, a politician, you don't see that. And that was one of the things that I was, like I said, I was very impressed when I first met her. I mean, before I'd met her at that committee meeting, I had never heard of her. I had never seen her. She's from North Tonawanda, whatever. And I was kind of concerned because I seen when they were doing the rioting or protesting, whichever you choose to call it, over there on, what is that, Hurdle Ave or whatever it was, or Elmwood Village.
Oh, yeah.
I was watching. I was like, I was gonna hop in the truck and come over and
thank you.
make sure that nothing was going on. But then I
it gets to a certain point, I'm like, fuck this, I don't want to talk anymore. You know.
Sorry, we're back on the air. We missed all that, but that's okay.
All right. So, anyways, if you missed all that, we were talking about
Tim on the show next week.
Yeah.
I think they're saying they can't hear.
All right.
They are now. It's back. You see in the middle there,
I
Damon?
know, Chris.
A little green.
Thank
thing
you
that's
for
going up and
saying
down.
for me to run. I don't know. I think I've got a little bit of a bad taste in my mouth for running for anything, really. Anyway.
Would you do the Kamala Harris or what, man?
How funny! How funny! You know that. Listen, you don't make me get off the wall. You know that fly flew out of her crotch.
Probably gray hair in both of them, huh? But I will tell you this, though. I watch this. I've been watching the politics. I don't just, get sources of information just from one source, from the internet or from the news channel. You do a lot of research and you read. And I'll tell you what, it scares the hell out of me with the things that these guys are already starting to pull before Biden even has a chance to get elected.
Look, they've
already got the plans in motion to get his ass out and have her running as president. Nancy Pelosi going to step up. Dude, you know what? You get those two cuckoo birds in charge and we're screwed.
I think we are just too smart for them to pull the wool. They have to stick with. And again, I'm not here to run anybody down. Everybody already knows that I'm
half a man.
Yeah, half a man. Yeah, I'm a Trump-loving, gun-owning patriot, and I will die that way.
Absolutely.
I'm able to see just what I want, where I want future generations of youth and people to come up. Right now, guess what? Anybody that looks around besides COVID and says things are good, right now, besides the COVID with everything that's going on, they're crazy. Anybody that looks around before COVID hits and says that Trump wasn't doing a good job, I have to question.
You got to give that dude kudos for all the bullshit that they threw at him, and he was still chugging along, still making things happen. And they don't want to talk about the good that he's done. Everybody just wants to focus on some of the bad things that he said, and not even necessarily done. Dude, look at Joe Biden. I mean, this dude spent 47 years. He used to support the KKK. He was on there talking. I mean, there's videos showing that he's talking, using slander words for the black people and everything. I'm not going to say them. I mean, we're on the air, but I mean, this dude flip-flops so much, and I don't see it where it's a good thing for him to
I think Renee's got a point there. Renee, what's up?
Hey, let her
Take a
rip.
breath, Tim. Take a breath.
Well, that they're only hearing about bad things. Well, and who's to say if they're even truthfully bad, or like what they're saying that's bad, if it's actually the truth? First of all, I mean, second of all, I mean, they're all of our media is bought and paid for, and I keep saying this on my Facebook page because it's true.
It is
okay.
True.
They need to revisit the Smith-Moon Act again. It's been revised like hundreds of times. I'm being I'm exaggerating.
No, we get it. We get it. You're
making a point.
The Smith-Moon Act,
more than it should have been revisited. That's for sure.
Thank you. Yes, and it's supposed to keep out propaganda. And I think that if they would just go to the table again and revisit this act and say, look, we're keeping all of our donors in the United States. You can't operate as a media outlet in the United States from elsewhere. And the media stations would be, if they weren't allowed to donate to candidates, hello.
They shouldn't be, because that shows bias right off the top.
Exactly. You guys, come on. You guys both know that everybody sitting here, the media thrives off controversy. As a matter of fact, people thrive off controversy. Yep. They're not listening, to our show or everything that I do because they think I'm a good church-loving guy. No, they know I'm going to tell the truth. I'm going to swear.
We're just
I'm
not saying which
about
church.
Girls. Right. It's just the way it is. People love that stuff. And what's up with those bills? Just a little shout out to JB Aaron. You're absolutely right. The Buffalo. I can't wait.
The people that do that, they're really, really good at their job, to the point where you be thinking things you haven't come to those thoughts yourself. They're really good at pinpointing and putting their media and their thoughts where they want.
Yeah, their narrative.
You just become a mob mentality, and you don't even realize what you're doing and what you're really standing up for or supporting.
Yeah.
They're really, really good at doing it.
Yeah. And whenever I have controversy on my page, somebody has a differing opinion, I'll ask them, Why do you think this way? I want to know. I'm not like trying to attack you. I just want to know where you're coming from. They can't answer because they're parroting. It's been drilled into their head to think this way, and they're not thinking for themselves, apparently.
That meme that they put on Facebook hit the nail right on the head when they said, "I woke up today, but I haven't seen the news to see what I'm pissed off about yet."
Exactly.
That's exactly how this world is operating now.
That's right.
True. All right, Tim.
But listen, I'm going to get off here so somebody else can call in.
Good.
Look forward to seeing you next week, Renee, and I'll be following you still. I keep an eye on you.
Tim, we'll
Absolutely.
see you
Good-
here about 6
good to hear
o'clock.
from you.
John Spanbauer, if
Yeah,
you're
and
listening,
I
we're
forgot
here
to
about
say,
6 o'clock.
I forgot to say hi and welcome to Mr. Grant, too, by the way.
Oh,
yeah.
Sorry, I wasn't ignoring
He's
you.
our
I
guest
just,
tonight.
no, I enjoyed. I was just listening. Gladly, and we'll meet in person too when the time's right.
absolutely, you'll see. I don't hide from nobody. By the way, speaking
I
of hiding
can't.
from people,
I can't.
the fellow that decided to cut out a few windows, including my own, yeah, his name's known right now. So,
Yep.
Taiwan Barnes,
Yep.
yeah.
Good.
I won't be a victim twice, buddy. I'll see you soon.
Awesome.
All right, take care,
awesome,
Tim.
Awesome. All right, brother.
Thank you.
Bye, Tim. See you next week.
All right, y'all. I'll see y'all later. I'll be watching on the side.
All right, later, brother.
All right, bye-bye.
All right, so just real quick, let me, Peter, let me get sidetracked here, and give a quick shout out to our boys over at Miles Scrapyard and Auto Return or Auto Reclaim, and Ryan Chu, the Tire King. Again, I visited there earlier. Timely service, hooked me up with some tires. If you guys need anything for your vehicle, not just tires, if you need parts for your car or something, look there first. And this isn't a plug because I'm getting any money for him, but he's my friend.
Family-owned business.
Yes, family-owned business. He's my friend, and you know what? It goes again with that whole saying: if you're good to people and they're good to you, why would I go anywhere else?
Good point. And it's kind of fun to go there. I'm going there this weekend to get some photos and video, and I'm looking forward to it.
Awesome. I can't wait. So we're expand on that a little bit. What are you doing?
Well, we're going to cut a commercial for him. A lot of the family-owned business, he's helped us in the past, and there's a great reciprocal relationship we have with him, and it's time that we kind of show off what he's capable of doing for everyone. Sorry, I kind of dropped my camera out when we froze, so let's see if we can do this. But anyway.
It's Jim.
Oh, it's Jim?
What's going on, gentlemen?
Jim Costand. The young Jim.
Tim
Young
Costand-
Jim.
oh,
it's
young,
the better
young.
looking one.
Yeah, he's a nice kid. I like him. And when he gets out of prison, he's going to be a great guy.
Yep.
Anyway, so yeah, we do reciprocal deals where we get advertisers. We're gonna be introducing a new advertiser later this week. Who helps with the community? I know that you got an email this morning. You want to read that?
Sure. Let me.
Yeah, that's kind of cool.
Yeah, let me pull it up real quick. You keep talking.
But
a little
yeah,
bit.
I'm going to because otherwise you'll talk, and then that's our show. Anyway, but the thing about Miles is that they help us, and we want to return that favor by professionally creating an ad. They can put it on their Facebook or on their website. That's what we do for everyone. If you want to come in as an advertiser, and regardless of what means it is that you're trading or whatever, or paying or whatever, we'll give you the material. We'll come to your place and shoot it there. We've got a great crew to do it. It's a lot of fun. And so we're looking forward to growing that aspect of our business. You got your email up?
I do. So you guys are familiar, if not, you will be soon, with Val's Valentine, and she is a Facebook friend of mine. And she sent me a message, and again, take this for what it's worth, and before everybody starts spouting off at the mouth, this is coming from Val's Valentine, and I'm going to read the email or the message she sent me. Good morning. Something I've realized about the black community: there are too many sheep. As many know, I've offered several programs and helped to Niagara Falls residents of all color for about 10 years now. I recently posted about a free program in the tech field. Not one black leader shared it. What does that tell you? Do you really want change, or is it just your agenda? So when you see people of other races post their certificates of completion, please stay just as silent. I changed my page up because many just want to be seen or popular. I wish you all the best going forward and have a great Monday. And this is from Val's Valentine, and I do know her personally. And again, she is a smart woman, that is community activist, that is trying to do great, and shunned, by a lot of, her own people, because, I don't know, maybe because she's two voices. Can I identify? Maybe a little bit.
Or they just might wholeheartedly think she's wrong. for interview, so they don't want to support it. Or
It's unfortunate.
What were you talking about earlier? Me and Damon were talking about jealousy and
jealousy sometimes gets involved with things because it's like if somebody has an idea and it's a good idea and they get involved with it, a bunch of people might jump on board, but then the same person or someone that maybe people don't like do something similar or better, and nobody will support it because either they don't like them for another reason or some kind of personal vendetta, and it just doesn't make sense. That's ultimately dividing everybody. And if it's a good thing, you should just support it or get on board with it, because if it's a good thing, it's going to help many people, not just the few.
Renee, did you feel that? Or see that?
Oh yeah, I saw it today when we opened up the show. One of the callers. Long story there, but no, seriously. I agree with everything that you were saying. I mean, like you said, personal vendettas especially, that often gets in the way.
You're on the edge of the falls. Hang on just 1 minute.
Jealousy.
Peter?
What's that?
What do you got? Anything?
No, I'm just watching all the comments, and Carly Lapp and Tim Heather are going to be running in 2024. Just I just tell you that.
Yeah, awesome.
Who's on the phone?
Noel said hi.
Hey, you're on the edge of the falls. Who's
Hi,
this?
Noel.
Madman and Mystic, how you doing, fellas?
Chris Fortin. What's up, brother?
Woo!
Hey,
Charlie
what's
Brown.
up?
You got to
All right,
see him on Sunday nights with the girls now. It's a lot of fun.
He's lucky. He's on a show with
Surrounded by women.
with Noel and Carrie.
Noel and Courtney,
man.
yeah.
Courtney, yes.
What do you think of that, Tim?
I am blessed.
Yes,
Chris.
you are. Yes, you are.
Yes, I am. But,
Chris, yeah, not Tim. Yeah.
cheers, right? Cheers, Brett.
Yep.
But hello, Renee, and welcome to the show. Just a couple quick questions, and I'll hang up to listen.
Sure.
How do you feel about the recent decision by Grand Island to, I guess it was Erie County, to not go with Amazon to build their plant here? And then when you run again, if you are elected, what specifically would you bring to Niagara Falls as a sort of family entertainment venue, not only for tourists, of course, but for the residents, for the kids, for the people that support the tax base here? They need something to do year round. So I'd just be interested to hear your thoughts on that. And again, thanks, and welcome to the show. I'll hang up now.
Awesome. Thanks, Chris. Cheers, brother.
Yeah, good question.
Thanks, Chris. The first question about Grand Island, I thought a lot of money was lost in that. I mean, I think it was a political move. I mean, how could I see it as anything else?
Can I chime in?
Sure.
I think we all have to agree, with a lot of people on Grand Island just didn't want the traffic. They didn't want the people, and maybe unfortunately,
True.
snooty attitudes, cost them a great deal of money. Because I think Amazon threw out something about $10 million a year or something was in that deal. Peter, anything?
No, I agree. And I have to say, when you get a community like that opposes something that will help the greater community, it's pretty sad.
Yeah, I mean, I was concerned. My only concern in the beginning was, getting on and off the island. But, I don't, maybe they would have worked something, through with that. I don't know. But, yeah, it never made it to the table to discuss that far. The other question was, what would I have any ideas for creating like a community center? I
think he meant I heard a family atmosphere in Niagara
Or
Falls.
something to offer for the youth,
right.
all year round, not just tourists.
I hadn't, to tell you the God's honest truth, I hadn't actually thought of it. But as my wheels are turning right now, I'm thinking, well, there's lots of empty buildings, that we could get funding for to renovate and create something.
Yeah. Actually, Renee, several of the media sources that quoted you and interviewed you during your campaign noted that you recognized Niagara Falls was, in your words, were a dilapidated state. Yes. And that was powerful because I felt that you weren't going to make over promises to the city, but you understood that it needed help. Earlier on, you mentioned about the what was it that the Fed could have held them with? Oh, the garbage tax?
Yeah.
Oh, thank you for bringing that up.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm going to preface my answer with Donald Trump, President Trump, has, for all the people that think that he doesn't care about, environmental concerns, he does. I mean, I have it right here in my stack of stuff. You know,
Glad you
that-
qualified that. Yeah,
that he
Tim
created-
piped in.
yeah. What stack?
Okay, not that stack. I'm doing a limbaism. No, but there's all this federal grant money out there. I mean, Donald Trump created a lot of it. You know that could have been won. For the city of Niagara Falls. To help, with their, with the soil, to help with the water, to help with the lawn mowing, and the green aspect and the landscaping. I mean, there's all kinds of stuff out there that we could have written grants for. The people, the people seated in office right now could have written grants for, and to get that money in, that would have covered the. It would have covered the garbage tax.
I sometimes wonder who writes grants for.
Well,
Niagara
yeah.
Falls.
What's the downside of getting those grants and helping the city? Why would they not?
Why are they not applying for
Yeah,
every
what's-
single one?
Well-
I've had similar thoughts that there's got to be grants and avenues to go.
I'm sure an obstacle would be New York State.
Oh well, he's got to go. I mean, I don't
Yeah.
even want to say his name. But.
Yeah, I know. He who shall not be mentioned.
Yeah.
Yes, I'm sure we all know who we're talking about.
Cuomo.
Yeah. Cuomo, you know that. Fuck
We got a
Cuomo.
call coming in.
You're on the edge of the falls. This is Brett. Who's this?
What's up?
What's up? What's up? I already know who it is.
Oh no! The,
It-
I don't even know what y'all talking about. I just wanted to call, say hi.
I wanna
Jill
meet this
saw. We were
woman.
going to
I was
talk.
gonna
you
say-
do want to meet this
I
woman.
saw you.
Yes.
I was going to
Yes,
say
yes.
hi when we were.
Yeah, Jill. Thanks for piping in, and we're going to talk about you too. So just keep listening. Yeah.
I got a friend request
I
here,
really
actually.
just wanted to give y'all the.
All right, while we got you on the phone, we got a question. All right, so stay on the phone.
Okay, ask me.
All right, go ahead. Go ahead.
What was
Did
that?
you say you had a question for her?
Oh no, she was. I saw her pop up. I wanted to say hi to her.
All right. So I have a question for you, Jill. So real quick, we'll just take a couple minutes. Tell us, what who you are, what you're doing, and why you're chiming in right now. Go ahead.
Do you want the
Well,
soft
my name
music?
Yeah,
You could give me some. You could give me some dangerous music before I start.
Let's find some over here.
Something real creepy.
I'll just put a picture of the madman up.
Halloween theme.
Yeah, that's good enough. So, anyways, y'all know this is Jill Shaw, the crazy chick with the blonde hair that likes to go to the hood and scream at everybody. So, yeah, Marco's fiance, get it right. So, anyway, I am trying to raise $20,000 so we can help get the guns off the streets so we can get back to a
Oh, sorry.
so we can get maybe back to a little bit of normalcy around here because all these bums bought these guns with their unemployment. So I want to just give them some money and take them back. So people like me and my sister who got held up at gunpoint last week at work, this so we can just live a little easier, just a little bit safer. But I've been stuck at I think I got $704 still in my GoFundMe.
Well, you wanted something scary.
Yeah, the Adams family. We're old. We remember that shit.
Yeah, what's the
But, I was wondering. I got an idea. Maybe isn't any kind of city or government grants that they can get to help towards the gun buyback program? Or
they broke. Governor Como fucked us all in the ass real hard this year.
thank you,
And
thank you.
Yes.
Fuck him.
Yes.
We don't have no money. So, and we don't always, let me tell you something, we don't always got to depend on the government to take care of us, right? We could do it ourselves.
Right.
So we're going to get the money ourselves, even though it's taking a while. Peter just made me some wonderful flyers that I'm going to go out. I like the X-Files.
Awesome.
Heck yeah.
Keep
That's
speaking
my
the truth, Jill.
favorite
That's that's why we click.
I really like the X-Files. So
yes.
anyways, Peter made me a bunch of flyers, and I'm about to go and take them out, and I'm about to go beg for money from the Como and all
Yeah,
that.
set it up. I'd help. I'd go door
you
to
going to
door.
Albany?
I'd ask.
Yeah.
Did you hear that?
Yeah, did you hear? I'm sorry,
I'm
Renee.
gonna go to a little bakery for a couple dollars.
From the
I'm gonna
GoFundMe.
Going to Bench Street. I'm going to I'm going everywhere. Goodfellas. I'm going everywhere. I'm going to drop them off at the churches. Anybody grandchild, they want to give me some money, I'm going to get it all.
Hey, if any restaurant gives you a problem, you just tell us and we'll announce their cockroach count.
Good. Thank you very much.
I think you should mail one to Cuomo.
Yeah, you're
And
really,
I'm
really.
also, so we call Peter Poppin now, so because he makes it pop. So Peter's name is Peter Poppin.
Ooh,
Awesome.
I love it.
Yeah, we're gonna go to the churches too. We're gonna beg them for money. Maybe they could get do a you know how they do the church. What is it? The building fund.
Yeah,
the
special
building
fund. Yep. Nope, you're right. You're absolutely right. You're
Samaritan's Purse or whatever they call it.
Yeah, a lot of those churches are operating a 501c3 status, which is like basically that's how they get their tax-free status. So I mean, they might say there isn't money around, but I mean, some of them are just
We
getting
don't
paid.
get the money.
Yeah, there's
It's-
money.
It's taking long. I'm discouraged. Sometimes I be wanting to give up, but I'm gonna keep pushing. It'll be all good in the end.
We're gonna do another
And-
fundraiser real soon. Let's coordinate it.
I think it'll
Yeah.
get more traction after the holidays too. Honestly, like wholeheartedly. One, it's always bad around here. People are gonna unfortunately learn the hard way and jump on board then. But I just think with the holidays
Yeah,
not being
that's
around,
what I was
there's gonna
trying
be
to
more
prevent.
opportunity. Don't give up on it. Just
Yeah,
it could
yeah,
be a yearly thing. It could be for the rest of our days.
It takes
I
a
mean,
few to become many, and we're working on it, Jill. So
and it's important that it's
I
not.
know y'all is.
Yep.
And it's
Oh,
not.
and Brett, is Brett coming? Brett, are you coming on Sunday to the
I'm only coming because you're gonna be there.
Yeah, I'll be there too. So.
That's what
Yeah,
I'm saying.
Damon.
And so, is this okay? Is a redneck a bad word?
No, you know that. Listen, anybody that
Not
takes
in
offense
Christmas
to,
cards.
if anybody takes offense to being called a redneck, they're a fucking asshole.
Yep.
Okay, because my uncles are white and they call themselves rednecks, right?
Yeah, there's nothing wrong with it.
Oh, okay. So Brett's like my redneck white boy, right? Like I love him, right? So for Brett to come means a lot to me because
Awesome.
you need everybody. It's everybody of all different cultures and all their opinions and their way of life. We all got to get together and put all of ours together so we can figure out one way to unite and live together.
Amen.
You know what I'm saying?
Anybody hitting up the GoFundMe page at all, Jill?
Oh yeah, Marco said that gold tooth is cool as fuck, Brett.
Thank you, guys. I appreciate it. I appreciate it. I listen. That's cool that Marco even noticed it. That's a lot of people don't even notice this shit.
I wasn't sure. Now you see, like I'm a black girl, and I'm like, damn, I don't know if redneck is a bad word or not.
Awesome, Jill. Thank you so much for calling in. Stay in touch. I want to do another fundraiser because guess what? I don't quit either.
I know you don't, Brett. That's why you're my motherfucking man.
Cheers, baby.
And
Love you, Jill.
Marco, thanks, brother.
Thanks,
Well,
Jill.
you got to come too.
Thank you.
Cheers, guys.
And it's also important to point out that it's not some like anti-Second Amendment thing either. Like so people might try to like be against it because they're thinking like we're infringing on the Second Amendment or nothing.
Anybody that thinks that too is
I mean, there might be
another
people
idiot
thinking
that
that
They're
that's not what's
stupid.
going
Fuck
on.
them.
Yeah, that's not what's going on.
I'm with you.
I'm
Fuck
pro
them.
Second Amendment. That's not what's going on.
Yep.
So.
All right, Jill. Marco, take care.
All right, guys. Fuck everybody but us. Bye.
Yep. Bye.
Here's the gun buyback. They're at $705. It's legit. Make sure you do something to help out with that. You get people arguing both ways, Madman, and they're saying, oh, gun buybacks work or they don't work or whatever. You know what? Action works. I don't care what you do. You're throwing a bucket of water on a fire, and it may be meaningless in the compared to the fire hoses of the trucks. But if you throw it on, at least you're taking action.
Peter, we talked about this a little bit, and again, without me, pissing anybody off, when you're unable to put your money where your mouth is, and all you want to do is spew out, I am I'm a community activist, and I'm going to do this, and I'm going to help do that, and then you don't do anything, or you don't show up, or you don't donate to something that's good. Am I rich? No, but I gave fucking $50, and a few of my friends gave $50, and I think you were sitting there when, unfortunately, Jill Shaw, Marco, the people that lost their loved ones donated money, and we took in as much money in our 4 hours, as they did, on the GoFundMe page. That sickens me. That where were the big time community leaders? Where
None.
were
Religious leaders?
Yeah, where were all these the pastors that were for saving their city? Where are all the the churches? And I don't know.
No, there's no elected seats this year, so I mean, they're probably they're in hiding.
I think that we purposely and I am in agreement with this challenged I guess, anybody that is politically, I guess running or a hopeful or anything like that to come down and, in order to come on and be seen, donate $1,000. I know everybody's hurting, but not one fucking donation from one of them. I can't afford $1,000, but how about 100? Guess what? We wouldn't have turned you down. We would have said, hell yeah, come on in, take the $100. And we would have picked on you a little bit, but you go ahead, Peter.
No, I've been watching Renee for a moment because I think she's got something to add.
Yeah.
Okay, forget it.
Or wait, I had a question for her. Like, what's your stance on the Second Amendment and
My stance on the
firearms
Second
and
Amendment?
whatnot, or just firearms in general, if you have one? I mean, just
I am
curious.
all for the Second Amendment. I actually am a registered firearm holder.
Awesome.
Yeah, pistol permit holder. Yeah.
She's loaded.
Oh yeah. Well, my grouping's getting better and everything.
Beautiful.
You see my targets.
Thank you.
I noticed they have Brett's profile. I don't know. Name for the gold tooth.
All right, so another, real quick, 'cause we acknowledge people that acknowledge us and share our stuff. So I see Augie's Diner and Jill. Oh my gosh, you guys, there is a phenomenal, steak and cheese. Everything
they do is
that
great.
do there is great. Their foods, and here's a little shout out really quick to Jill at Augie's Diner. Her birthday's coming up Thursday. Maybe you guys can pop in and have breakfast or something. Say happy birthday. Say the Madman sent me. She'll know.
Leave a good tip.
Yep, and leave a good tip. Oh my gosh, talk about another family business that's been in business forever around here is Augie's Diner. Everybody knows that.
And that's the coolest part about working in tourism. People ask you, where's a good place to eat? You don't think of a chain eater. You say, go find Augie's. Go find Mom's up on Military.
Small business.
Yep,
Yeah,
for
exactly.
For sure.
And that's where I really applaud you, Renee, and I hope you will run in the next election because, as I said, the small business know-how, that small business survival instinct needs to be in more of our. You're not a career politician.
Right, and with that note, I'd also like to, just put a shout out there to all the small businesses right now. You're all hanging in there, doing a phenomenal job, and I'm praying for you every day. And I hope that everybody listening does go out and support, your small business, your mom and pop joints out there. Please do it. They need you. They really do.
Absolutely.
I concur. And of course, Jill's listening and said thank you very much. And
Jill.
I think that there needs to be more people out there that put their. I think. Oh, I don't know. She told me something about she works every fucking day.
Oh my God!
Takes a couple days
she
off.
owns it?
Yeah, she owns it.
Sorry, I didn't know that.
Oh, God bless her.
And she busts her ass in there, guys. So I was in there with COVID, and people coming in and
you
out,
had COVID?
Yeah. Well,
we thought Renee did, didn't we?
yeah. Renee comes in, blowing her nose. We're like, oh Jesus, shit. We'll make fun of you for that.
It's allergy season.
Anyways, back to Augie's Diner, and it helps that she's over 40. She's a hottie, and if there any other reason, just go there and say, hey, the Madman said you were a hottie, and go see for yourself.
You notice, Brett,
Madman,
Man, that when we used to do the temperature with the, we get more guests now that we do the temperature with that device instead of the rectal thermometer. I don't know.
Bend over.
He was one of our guests. So what do you think, Renee? Have you had fun?
Absolutely. I want another hour. But we're
Hey.
pretty much done, though, aren't we?
Yep.
Well, we're on YouTube and Facebook Live
See that.
on the Edge of the Falls. And one of the ways you can help this small business is to share when you watch one of our programs. Citizens United is on Wednesday at 6. We've got Night with a Medium with Tessa Del Zalvo on Thursday at 8. Niagara Voices with Johnny Campanella on Friday at 7. Black Reality Unscripted on Saturday at 5. And 2 shows on Sunday. Dustin Hardy hosts at 4 o'clock, pardon me. And then in the evening, I think Kim Guthrie piped in a little while ago that the girls on Friday night, or Sunday night, pardon me, are hilarious. And that's Fun Day Nights with Noelle and Courtney. And you can support this business by simply sharing everything and supporting anyone who is a sponsor on the programs. We don't want to fill the place with commercials. We want to fill it with a community awareness.
Let me give a quick shout out to Val's Valentine, who's on here and saying thank
Yes.
you to us. So we appreciate all of you guys. We appreciate you sharing our stuff. There's more to come. This is going to be something I think is really going to take off. Not because I'm on here or whatever we do. You guys, again, you have to look at the whole big. We're surrounding ourselves with good people. We try to listen to everybody, and guess what? We're always going to tell the truth. There's no bullshit. Coming from us. That's right. We demand the truth, and you deserve it. So you guys already know that if you're paying attention. I want to say quick thank you to Damon, for sitting in.
Yeah.
It's always
anytime.
a pleasure.
Thank you.
I'll be back in a couple of weeks.
Renee over here, in the corner had her own seat. Big thank you to you guys.
She was all alone over there, but she warned us.
Yeah, we didn't want her coughing on us. We didn't want her coughing on us. We're socially distancing.
No, I just got done telling everybody how I didn't have COVID.
And of course, we got Peter here. That you guys, he does so much for all the shows and everything. And all I am is a pretty face.
No, Brett, because of you, people don't often see what you do, but because of you, the posters that Jill got were in full color, and because of the help that you put in for things like this. And you do a lot for the community. And I remember you brought water to a family whose water had been cut off. I remember you did the hot dog run with Tim, who was out there all through it with you, doing free hot dogs. You're an example of what we talk about when we say action. Doing something to say to the community somebody cares.
Yep. Maybe I challenge everybody else to stop being talkers and start being doers. A little bit.
Get involved.
Of course.
Get on the front lines.
Even if it's something like just, and I know it sounds corny, and it's a plug for the show. Share the show. Maybe somebody will hear something that clicks in them and say, hey, maybe we can just change thinking just a little bit. It's working, guys. It's working. There's a method to my madness.
There's also a lot of craziness in it, too. I'm loving it.
You guys,
hey, Damon. Sorry, Mad. Shelley Savoy says, love you, Damon Grant.
Yeah, that's my mom. I didn't
All
forget.
right.
I can never forget about you, Mom. I love you. And
Mom.
obviously, my roommate, Eric. Hey, how you doing?
Hey, is Eric there, too? Yes.
Listen,
Eric's
you guys,
in there somewhere.
another thing that I say all the time, every male should be a mommy's boy. I don't care how bad you are, what you're doing, whatever it is. If you're arguing, if you're fighting with your mom, you only get one. And guess what's going to happen? You're going to miss her really bad when she's gone.
Regret.
You're going to miss her. Patty Hayes, I love you too. Thank you guys, and we're signing off. You know that I got a strict time limit to do an hour, and then I'm out.
No overtime.
Yeah, I'm out.
All right. For those of you who missed it, because I promised Noel, we're going to play our little video game one last time. Renee, it was great having you.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank
Thank
you
you
so
so
much.
much.
Through allergies
just to
and
tell everybody,
COVID.
and you're going to share this, this post with everybody else,
Absolutely.
and you're going to join the show.
I would love to.
Part of the
Yeah.
family.
Peter,
are you-
Part of the
are you in
family.
agreement?
I was
that?
already in when I researched her. I thought, this is awesome.
I'm
Pre-qualified. Woo.
Thanks, guys.
All right. Hey, no, it's been a lot of fun. Thank you, Madman.
Awesome.
Thank
Thanks
you,
to all the
Damon. We're out of
listeners,
here.
viewers. Thank you.
Yep.
Everyone.
Yep. God
starting the
bless
show.
you.
Thank you all.
Tune in again, and we'll see you
bless
next
everybody.
week. Oh, we forgot. Nobody ever. We never told anybody. Last Monday was our first year.
Oh, I forgot all about that.
Yeah,
the
we've
time
been
flies
putting out
when
a
you're having fun.
Time flies like
Well,
the wind.
Thank you guys. For,
But fruit flies like a banana. Anyway, so yeah, we were a year old last week, and we put out a podcast pretty much every week. And during COVID, I guess we were going 5 to 6 nights a
You
week.
know that
So
it's fun. If anything, you guys know that again. There's no matter what you say, how you look at it. He's mean. He's I say the F word. There's a method to my madness, and no matter what, I'm not running for anything, so I have to kiss nobody's ass. I could give two shits whether people like me. And on that note, we're gonna let this go and watch out because me and Peter are on a roll.
absolutely. See you next week.
Who is inside? Can you guess?
Frankie,
Hello.
Tony,
Hello.
And
Horny Nick.
It's me.
Welcome to Reporterland, where we make up all our lies. We dance around and laugh and sing and share some creamy pies.
Ooh, let's play. Let's play measuring.
This week, Frankie, Tony, and Horny Nick measure their manhood. Join us for Reporterland, where the weenies are really teeny. See you this week.